It's about time. I'm going to be doing the 75 Hard Challenge. The challenge was created by entrepreneur and podcaster Andy Frisella. It's supposed to be a mental toughness program to help people live healthier and better lifestyles. I've been adding the word fitness onto my channel for about 2 months now without really making any fitness content. But there's a reason for that. Although this channel is going to blend in fitness from time to time, this channel is mostly going to be about growth, productivity, and my experience as an MBA and a medical student. And to be completely honest, in terms of fitness, I've been slacking, but I'm very passionate about fitness and I'm hoping to help students and any individual live a healthier lifestyle. So by doing this challenge, it's time to walk the talk. To start off the video, I'll be talking about the rules for the challenge and how I'm hoping to meet them. But watch right until the end because I'll be spilling the tea by discussing some of the controversy around the challenge. And I'll also be sharing some useful tactics that I'm hoping to use to make the goals attainable. So let's get into it. The motto I'm hoping to follow is failing to plan is planning to fail. And I believe this is by Benjamin Franklin. And ultimately, I want to make sure I'm as prepared as possible for these tough weeks ahead. First rule is to work out twice a day. Each one must be at least 45 minutes, and this can be any physical activity. For me personally, I'm planning on doing my regular 1.5 hour workout, and on days that are supposed to be rest at the gym, I'll do some cardio on the treadmill along with some bodyweight push-ups and pull-ups at home. Rule number 2, one daily workout must be outdoors. This is where I'm super grateful that summer is right around the corner. I'm planning on doing a combination of running outside for extra cardio, skipping rope, along with some core and mobility work. On days that I'm feeling particularly tired, I'll go on a longboarding session. Rule number 3, read 10 pages of a non-fiction book. I'm actually really looking forward to this one as I've already been reading. But the plan here is to read online marketing books on Instagram and YouTube. Read 2 of these books and then alternate between marketing books and books on self-development. Rule number 4, drink a gallon of water. This is where I get to make use out of the massive bodybuilding jug that I have. It can hold half a gallon at a time, so I will have to fill it up twice a day. There's 16 hours of wake-up time, so I need to pace myself rather than trying to chug half a gallon of water in one sitting. Aim is to finish half of the jug by noon, finish the rest of the jug by no later than 7 p.m. because, well, I don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night to go use the restroom. Rule number 5, follow a diet and stick with it. For this, I need to meal prep every Sunday and Thursday and to try cooking a new meal every Saturday. Next, we have rule number 6, which is no alcohol or cheat meals. I had to specifically write down no to unhealthy desserts. For some reason, I don't really look at desserts as cheat meal, I just call it enjoying life. The no alcohol part might be a little difficult because I recently got the invite again for medical school, and man, I know I'm going to celebrate with friends one way or another. Now this may involve temptations to drink, so it's important for me to realize this and keep it in mind. Once again, going back to the original motto, failing to plan is planning to fail. So my goal here is to plan as much unexpected things as possible. Another thing to consider here is that cheat meals can really vary in definition. For me, if it's a meal heavy in protein, and as long as I'm not snacking on food from outside and cooking at home, I wouldn't consider that to be a cheat meal. And the final rule is to take a progress picture every day. This is where I'm hoping to take a video and create a montage of my day. I've seen a lot of people do this on TikTok, and that has really inspired me to take this challenge up. I'm going to be posting the videos on Instagram and TikTok at Jatin Garg Fitness. I would love for you guys to follow along the journey, and I've already made the pages, so after this video, feel free to go check them out once again at Jatin Garg Fitness on TikTok and Instagram. Those were the 7 main rules, but there's an overall rule that overarches all of these, which is that if any of these rules are not met, you have to restart from day 1. Okay, now that we're done talking about all of the rules, there may be some possible hurdles and challenges that may arise. The first hurdle I can see happening is balancing YouTube and balancing my MBA classes while trying to do this challenge. And the key there will be to structure out my days in advance to make sure I allocate enough time for everything. The second hurdle may be not having enough time to cook, and that kind of ties into the first one of allocating enough time to cooking and everything else. The third challenge is not getting enough sleep, and this is one of those things where I'm willing to make a compromise, but the goal is still to get 8 hours of sleep every single night. Fourth challenge is that I may have back problems again. I've been experiencing some back problems for the past 2 months, which has been really annoying. But the solution here is to do workouts that aren't too demanding for my back. So I may not be able to do deadlifts, but the goal is to take care of my back and be able to do everything at the gym. The fifth hurdle that I could think of is that a friend offers a healthy snack that is not part of my original diet. This is where I'm gonna follow that same logic that I mentioned earlier in terms of it having to be high in protein and not something that came from a restaurant and was cooked inside a house. And the last hurdle here is getting vaccinated because, well, hey, once the microchip is inserted, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? And that actually reminds me, this video is sponsored by Microsoft. I'm just kidding. But on a serious note, I'm getting vaccinated on the 20th, so I need to make sure that if I do experience any side effects, that I take care of my health. Now it's time to talk about the controversy that lies around this challenge, which is that it may be creating a toxic fitness and a diet culture. I mean, think about it. The fact that you have to restart from day one if you do not meet one of the rules, if you keep messing up at like day 35 and having to restart from day one over and over again, that would be a very toxic cycle. And the effects this can have on someone's mental health can be pretty detrimental. Sonia Barlow, founder of Like-Minded Females, says quick fixes are not sustainable or healthy. And I completely agree with her here. Do this challenge at your own discretion. And if you know you're the type of person who's gonna take this challenge in a negative way, then you may want to stay away. Now that doesn't mean you watching should pass on the challenge right away. There's many people that have already done this challenge and have seen tremendous results, both mental and physical. Some other concerns that have been brought up is that this isn't very inclusive in the sense that if you live in an unsafe neighborhood or in the winter weather, then you won't be able to do those outdoor workouts. That's supposed to be one of the rules. And in the original podcast, it's actually mentioned that don't be dumb, use that rule at your own discretion. If you live in an unsafe neighborhood or if it's pouring rain out with the thunderstorm, then it's okay to skip the outdoor workout. So yeah, one of the biggest controversies around this is that it may actually do more damage than good. And I want to point out here that I'm making this decision while being in a very good, healthy mental state. So I'm ultimately doing this challenge because I know I'll be getting value out of this challenge. At the end of the day, do what makes you happy because that's all that matters. The specific tactics that I'll be using to help me achieve these goals will be, well, first of all, using this app called Notion. I've built a challenge tracker here that will make sure that I completed all of my rules for the day. So this is just a good way for me to check at the end of the night whether I finished all the rules. I've also created a tips page where I've added some tips I got from Reddit, and I'll continue to add more and more tips as time goes on. Finally, I've looked at all of the different places on different platforms where a community has been built around 75 hard. Although I'm not really the type of person who always needs that community aspect to get a task done, I know that participating in this community will not only help me be inspired by others, but it will also allow me to help inspire other individuals that are going through this challenge. So now, why am I sharing this with you guys and why am I doing this challenge? Well, the number one reason is to hold myself accountable. I know that I pride myself in the honesty and the transparency that I bring forward on this YouTube channel. I feel like there's so many challenges in our life where we think that I want to do this, but then laziness and self-doubt kicks in and we never make it happen. So with me mentioning this on my YouTube channel, I know I'll make it happen. And secondly, I want to share that anything is possible if you set your mind to it. Your mindset is your biggest limitation, yet your biggest strength. If you set your mind to believe that you can do something, nothing in the world can stop you. And lastly, I'm so grateful for you guys' support on this channel and in my life in general. So I wanted to share this challenge with you guys. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like down below. Comment if you think you're gonna do this challenge or what your overall thoughts are on this challenge, and subscribe to join the channel. I'm so pumped to do this. I'm pumped to challenge myself and to push myself. Take care, guys, and thanks for being a part of my life.